Today is the 4th of July. Two news stories. An Ethiopian icon in the field of humanitarian work has passed away. Secondly, TPLF has laid out 7 preconditions for the implementation of a ceasefire in Tigray. How doable are these 7 conditions? I'll have a look at these conditions one by one. Let's look at the first news story. Mother Teresa of Africa has passed away. An Ethiopian icon in the field of humanitarian work has died. Viewers. Name of the great lady is Abebech Gobena. She was 85 years old, battling with COVID-19. She passed away today. The lady was an icon, viewers. She adopted 2 children in the famine of 1970s. The 2 children had lost their families. Then she founded Abebech Gobena orphanage and school where thousands of orphaned children were cared for. She established Ago Helme, and at Ago Helme institution, low-income families, women received life-changing trainings and credit facilities. She changed the lives of more than 1 million Ethiopian viewers. The lady has passed away. All prayers for the lady. Secondly, viewers, the second news story is about 7 points, 7 demands of Tigray People Liberation Front. Pressure was building, international pressure was building upon TPLF to respond to the unilateral ceasefire announced by Ethiopian government. So now TPLF has announced 7 preconditions. TPLF says that if Ethiopian government accepts the 7 preconditions, it can negotiate a ceasefire in Tigray. I'll have a look at all these 7 preconditions one by one, how practical, how doable they are. I'll have a look at that. Before that, we also, on the night of 28th of June, when I informed you about the fall of Mekelle, back then I had said that TPLF would definitely announce some conditions for the acceptance of unilateral ceasefire. I came under fire from several viewers who said that there was no question of any ceasefire in Tigray. TPLF would never go for ceasefire. But you see, viewers, now that international pressure was mounting upon TPLF to agree to a ceasefire. Interestingly, viewers, throughout the 8-month-long war, people of Tigray and some TPLF leaders have been talking about independence of Tigray. But these 7 points are not about independence of Tigray. There is no mentioning of secession. Tigray People Liberation Front, TPLF, wants to be part of Ethiopia. It wants to remain the part of Ethiopia. It's not announcing independence. Let's have a look at the 7 points one by one. First condition is the toughest of all the 7 condition views, and the first point is withdrawal of all forces, Eritrean and Amhara forces from Tigray. We know, views, that regional forces of Amhara are in control of western, northwestern and southern Tigray. Humera, Volkite, Sagade, Raya, the areas, long-standing disputed areas between Tigray and Amhara region are being controlled by regional forces of Amhara. And we have heard official statements from Ethiopian government officials, from Amhara regional government officials, that Amhara forces will not withdraw from these areas because these areas are part of Amhara, not part of Tigray. Then Eritreans are in control of Badme, they're in control of Ero and other disputed areas on Tigray-Eritrea border. They are not withdrawing from these areas as well. So this first condition, that all Eritrean Amhara forces leave these areas and Tigray's borders must be restored as they stood on the 4th of November. It's the toughest condition, viewers. Second condition, The UN to establish an independent investigative body. It's very doable. UN human rights body is already conducting investigations into atrocities committed in Tigray. But this investigation is being committed in collaboration with Ethiopian Human Rights Commission. TPLF wants only UN-led investigation. It does not want Ethiopian bodies to be part of this investigation. It's doable, I think. Thirdly, unfettered delivery of humanitarian aid. Again, it's very doable. Ethiopian government has been saying that it's ready to provide aid to Tigray. So it's very doable. Fourthly, viewers, restoration of all services, electricity, banking services, internet, all types of communication services. Again, there are no points of contention for the implementation of this condition. Fifth point is that all decisions made by Ethiopian federal government after its tenure expired in September last year, all decisions related to Tigray must be declared null and void. Now, the most important decision which Ethiopian government made about Tigray is that Tigray People Liberation Front TPLF has been declared a terrorist outfit. It's no more a political party. So, in order for the implementation of this precondition, Ethiopian federal government, Ethiopian parliament also ratified viewers. Ethiopian government, Ethiopian parliament will have to cancel the declaration that TPLF is a band, is a terrorist outfit. Sixth point is that Tigray's government, it must be recognized, and that constitution of Ethiopia should be the basis for all talks, and government of Tigray, elected government of Tigray, headed by the Debretsion Gebremichael, it must be allowed to work freely. All the budgetary allocations from federal government which have been withheld, they must be restored. Will Ethiopian federal government recognize Debretsion Gebremichael's Tigray government? Again, it remains to be seen. Lastly, viewers, TPLF and Tigray's government, they want an independent international entity to monitor the implementation of these conditions, 6 conditions. I have briefed you about main points, views. There are some other small points as well, but these are main points. And of all these points, I think the first point is the most important one. Withdrawal of all Amhara and Eritrean forces from Tigray, and restoration of Tigray's border to pre-war condition. It's the toughest one, viewers. Then Ethiopian government might revoke its decision of declaring TPLF as a band, as a terrorist outfit. But the restoration of Tigray's border is the main point of contention between Ethiopian federal government and Tigray government. TPLF is addressing international community in this statement containing 7 preconditions for a ceasefire in Tigray. International community has been pressing TPLF to accept the ceasefire announced by Ethiopian government. Now TPLF is saying we are ready for the ceasefire. These are the conditions. Implement these conditions and form some sort of monitoring mechanism. We're ready for ceasefire. Now TPLF is putting the pressure back upon international community and Ethiopian government views. Let's see what happens. Let's see how Ethiopian government responds to these 7 points. I think for watching.